we will write a simple C program which will have a function to add the two values. Okay, for that purpose we will write the function, and after adding, instead of displaying the output in the same function, we will return that addition back to the calling function. So just to start with, we know we have to use hash include stdio dot h. Then I will go with one more, that is hash include. We are saying conio dot h, which is a console input output. Again I am saying. Then we are using a void int, that means void main, so that we are saying that there is a main function which is not going to return anything. Then we have gone for two variables. So one variable containing 100, or maybe another variable contains some different value. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to add this a and b, but using function. So this is a simple function which will accept two parameters, two integer values, while executing integer x, integer y. Now here what we will do, we will define a function for addition. The name of the function is add2. It requires two parameter, two integer values for execution. Okay, so when we will call this function, naturally we have to call the function, we need to use a name of the function and value for those parameters. So this is a function called add2, and we are passing a and b value to the function call. So function call will be there, control will be transferred to this particular sentence, control will be transferred to this sentence, and while transferring, the value of a and b will be transferred. They will be stored temporarily in x and y. Okay, so these are x and y are the local variable of add2, a and b are the local variable of main. In case of function, a and b are the parameters or arguments of add2 function. These a and b are also called as actual parameters. Okay, so a and b are the actual parameter. This is the actual data a and b which we want to add, and we are passing that when we call the add2 function. So these a and b are called as actual parameter. When the control will be transferred, when the function will be called, those values of a and b will be stored temporarily in x and y. Okay, so x and y will contain the same value, but they are temporary in nature for the execution of function. So these x and y are called as formal parameter. Both are parameters, both are the value data required by the function for operation. Okay, but these a and b are the actual values, actual parameters, whereas this x and y are the temporary variables, but they are also containing the same data, so they are also parameters. Okay, so here I will write down integer z, and then we will write down z equal to x plus y, and generally we print here printf z equal to percentage d. So what we percentage d. So what will happen here? Here the addition will be performed, and the output will be displayed here only. Okay, we will call the function, control will be transferred here, value of a and b will be passed from actual parameter to formal parameter x and y. Then we are performing addition, and we are printing the result here only. But suppose we want this addition back in the main function. Instead of this, I want to print the values in the main function. So I want the addition to be printed where? In the main. But again, if you remember, z is a local variable of add2. That means z can be accessed inside this block only. Local variable. Local variables are always accessed in the block in which it is declared. Z is declared in add block, so it will be accessed, it will be used here only. In main block, in other block, the z will not be accessed. So this statement will not work. It will try to print value of z, but here it may generate the error. Okay, so this is a prototype error, but if you go to the next error, here you can find it is generating the error undefined symbol z. It is saying that you have not declared z variable. We have declared z variable, but in the add to function, add to block, but it is local variable, so it cannot be used outside the add to block. So what will happen? If we try to use the value z outside this block, it will generate error. So what we'll do? Now we know that we have declared a z variable, we have added the value, and here we will return that value of z to the calling function. So we have seen a statement called as return statement. Return statement in C language is used to stop the function, execution of the function. So it will stop the add to function execution. It will return the control back to the calling function. That means it will return the control to the function from which it is called. Add to is called from main, so it will return the control back to this statement. And while returning, I will ask the compiler to return the value of z also. Okay, see what will happen. Variables will be declared, function will be called, value of a and b will be passed, control will be transferred to this function block, value of a and b will be stored in x and y, variable z will be declared, x plus y will be performed, and instead of printing the value of z, return statement will return the control back to the calling statement, calling function, that is this statement, and while returning, it will return the value of z. So this z value will be passed back to the statement where the function is called. Now just like we have passed a and b to x and y, we have stored that values. Similarly, if we are returning the value from z, then we need to store it in some variable. So I will write down like this, c equal to, so add to a comma b is going to return me z. If we call this function, we are getting the value z, so that z value will be stored in c, and naturally we need to declare the c variable, because every variable has to be declared. Okay, so we have declared a and b, maybe c equal to 0 you can set initial value, otherwise it will be garbage. Okay, so now you should understand that if this statement is executed, first of all, right hand side will call the function, will send the value of a and b, control will be transferred, value of a and b will be stored in x and y, addition will be performed, and that addition which is stored in z will be returned back. So in place of this function call, the return value, that is z value, will be considered, and that value we are storing in c variable. Now here I will write down printf addition equal to %d c. Okay, so here instead of using z, I am using a c value, because we have returned the z value. Okay, that z value is stored in the local variable c, and we are printing here. One more error was there, prototype error. So add to have not prototype. So naturally we know that prototype means what? One declaration that tells that what is the function name, what is the return data type. But there one more change we need. Now here if you look at void add to, that means add to is a function name and void is a return data type. Void means this function do not return anything, but right now we have modified the function and we have said that this is going to return z value. What is data type of z? It is integer. That means add to function will return an integer value. So naturally here also we need to change, instead of void we have to say return value is integer. So now compiler will understand that this add to function will accept to integer value, but after completion it will return integer value. Okay, that's why the data type is, return data type is int. Why? We are returning z. What is data type of z? Integer. That's why it is integer. Okay, and the same sentence we'll write here. We know that prototype means the first statement of function declaration, return data type, name of the function, and the list of parameter, or you can say data type of list of parameters. So this is bracket. The first parameter is of integer type, second parameter is also of integer type, semicolon. So this is a function prototype. Function prototype always ends with a semicolon. Function call always ends with a semicolon, but function definition do not end with semicolon. So I will compile this, yes, success. And one more thing, I will use a getch so that it will stop the screen for inputting character, so that we can see the output. So here I have saved the file. Maybe I will say add to return dot c. Okay, now we try to run it. So now it is showing me the addition 445. Okay, because we have said that addition should be there. Okay, instead if I remove the values or if I change the values, maybe something like this. Okay, so again I will say the output will be 75 because 30 and 45 become 75. So this way we can declare a function which will return the value. How to return the value? Statement is very simple. Return statement. Return statement is a keyword, special statement in C that tells the compiler or C language that from here onward you have to return the execution back to the calling function. That means back to the statement which called this add to function. Which is the statement that called the add to function? This. So the control will be returned from, as soon as this return statement is executed, it will be returned from this to this. And here we can pass a value so that while returning that value can be given back to this statement. Okay, but we have also said that return statement is used to return the control back to the calling function. It can take a value while going back, but it can return only one value. You cannot write like this. For example, we cannot return multiple values in return statement. This is totally wrong. Return statement can return only one value. Okay, return statement return the value from the function, but it can return only one value. Parameter, a function can accept many parameter, 1 2 3 4 up to 10 or up to 100 also, it doesn't matter. Okay, so function can accept many values, but it can return only one value. Always remember, return statement can return only one value from the calling function. Okay, so here is the function, and why we are return data type as int? Because of this statement. Suppose that if you are trying to add a float and data type of z is float, suppose data type of z is float, then you have to write return data type as float. That's why it is said return data type. What is the return value of this function? Z. What is data type of z? Float. Therefore return data type is also float. If it is not returning anything, obviously we will write down void here, because the function is not returning anything. But if it is returning integer value, as we have said initially, then we will write down return and z. So z is integer, return data type is integer. So always remember, return data type of a function depend on what value it is returning. If it is not returning anything, void. For example, here this main function, what it is going to return? We are not return any return statement. So that's why we have said that return data type is void. Okay, so I hope you have got this particular example.